Hello there, seeker of understanding and growth on life's journey. Have you ever wondered if seemingly harmless words hide profound messages, subtle signals that, if we're not astute enough, we'll miss entirely? In a world where communication is often veiled by complex layers, deciphering these emotional codes becomes an art, a vital skill for building lasting relationships and achieving true wisdom. Welcome to Shining Mirror-LVB, where we shine a light on the hidden corners of the soul. Explore timeless life lessons and discover the path to genuine success. Today, we won't just talk about red flags in relationships. We'll delve into great philosophies, the teachings of sages who have illuminated humanity's path for centuries. Because understanding human nature, be it in love, friendship, or career, is the foundation of all achievement. Join me, your companion on this journey, as we explore the hidden meanings that sometimes, even we don't realize we're using or receiving. We won't just identify them, we'll analyze them deeply, connecting them to universal truths, to the wisdom of great figures who have shaped our thinking. This isn't just a lesson about relationships, it's a mirror reflecting self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and the path to a fulfilling life. Decoding the language of the heart, subtle signs you can't ignore. The bridge of emotion and mental safety. She is so easy to talk to. When someone says that another person is so easy to talk to, it might initially sound like a social compliment, a casual remark about their agreeableness or conversational skills. However, from Shining Mirror-LVB's perspective, we need to look deeper, peering through the linguistic veneer to grasp its underlying meaning. This isn't merely about politeness, the ability to sustain a flowing conversation, or even humor. It's about a fundamental human need, emotional safety, the ability to open up without fear of judgment, a space where the soul can be unburdened and shared most genuinely. The great philosopher Carl Rogers, one of the founders of client-centered therapy, once said, "The good life is a process, not a state of being. It is a direction, not a destination." In the context of communication, the ease of talking to, that Rogers implicitly refers to as the ability to create an environment of unconditional positive regard, empathy, and genuineness. When a person finds this with someone outside their current relationship, it's a powerful signal that cannot be ignored. It indicates that a part of their emotional needs is being met elsewhere. Imagine a river with its emotional currents. When a person's emotional flow begins to seek a new path, a detour where they feel more deeply heard and understood, that's when an emotional bridge is being built. This bridge is not merely about superficial information exchange, it's a connection at a soul level, where secrets are shared, laughter rings freely, and vulnerabilities can be healed. This is the fertile ground for deep intimacy and bonding. Being easy to talk to is not a random trait, it is a fundamental need, a barometer of emotional compatibility. If a person is seeking the safety and understanding elsewhere, it's a sign of a void, a deficit in the current relationship. To achieve wisdom in relationships, we must learn to become excellent listeners, creators of a safe space for our partners to express their authentic selves. Success in love is not just physical presence, but mental and emotional presence, the ability to create an emotional home where both feel cherished, understood, and truly themselves. Let your relationship be a place where words can be a compass, but the silent language of the heart is the eternal bond. Past imprints and subconscious romanticization. She reminds me of someone I used to know. This phrase might sound innocuous, like a casual association or a simple comparison, but in the intricate world of human emotions, nothing is truly random. When someone says, she reminds me of someone I used to know, they are not merely recalling a fleeting memory, they are activating a powerful sense of familiarity, an emotion that once existed, perhaps from a past love, someone who once made them feel deeply desired, specially loved, or simply brought a sense of comfort and emotional safety they still yearn for. Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis, dedicated his life to exploring the immense power of the subconscious and the profound influence of past experiences on current behavior. While Freud focused on more complex aspects of the human psyche, the idea that past experiences shape how we react and seek connection in the present is an undeniable truth. When a person compares someone new to someone from their past, it's their subconscious way of probing their own feelings, romanticizing a potential relationship with the new person without having to fully admit to those budding emotions. This is a subtle testing the waters, a tentative exploration in communication. The speaker is implicitly observing your reaction, seeing if you recognize this subtle signal, or if they can continue to nurture those romanticized feelings in their mind without hindrance or challenge. It's crucial to emphasize that this is not necessarily an immediate sign of betrayal, but often an internal process of exploration, a tentative probing into emotions that haven't been named or fully defined yet. The past is always an inseparable part of us, but how we interact with it shapes our future. To achieve success in relationships, we must recognize that imprints or emotional patterns from the past can be powerful forces shaping how we seek connection and love in the present. When your partner mentions an old acquaintance or ex, instead of reacting with jealousy or defensiveness, view it as a valuable opportunity to delve deeper into what they once cherished, what they once longed for in a relationship, and most importantly, whether you can meet those emotional needs in the present. The life lessons here lie in self-awareness regarding your own emotional patterns and those of your partner, helping you to proactively build a genuine, deep, and lasting relationship, rather than letting the ghosts of the past silently dictate your future. The hidden confession and the search for permission. I didn't expect to like him, her so much. This phrase is a sophisticated blend of confession and underlying excuse. When someone says, "I didn't expect to like him, her so much," they are not saying they might like someone or are starting to. They are confessing that they already do like them, and to a degree that has taken even themselves by surprise. The expressed surprise here is often an attempt to mitigate the perceived threat, to hope that you, the listener, won't feel hurt or threatened by this revelation. But in reality, this is an alarming signal that should not be overlooked. Carl Jung, the renowned analytical psychologist, spoke extensively about the shadow, those parts of ourselves we don't want to acknowledge. The repressed desires, emotions, or personality aspects banished to the unconscious. When a strong emotion like attraction emerges unexpectedly, it's sometimes because it goes against what we consciously believe to be right, or what fits with our current relationship status. This confession, though cloaked in surprise, is an attempt to bring that shadow into the light. Crucially, when someone expresses this to you, deep down, they are seeking permission. It could be your silence, implicit approval, or simply a way to ease their own internal guilt and confusion. This is a moment of vulnerability, an open window into their psyche, but also a moment of undeniable truth about an emotional shift. Honesty, no matter how difficult, is always the path to true liberation and genuine growth. To achieve wisdom in relationships, we must learn to confront the truth, no matter how painful it may be. When your partner confesses such an unexpected feeling, it is precisely when you need to demonstrate strength, clarity, and composure in your communication. Your silence, or your failure to address this signal, could be misinterpreted by your partner as tacit approval, and that could lead to unintended consequences. Allowing that emotion to develop freely without proper boundaries. This is a crucial life lesson about establishing clear emotional boundaries and communicating transparently, actively safeguarding your relationship against potential challenges. Deep connection or subtle comparison. We have so much in common. It sounds innocent, doesn't it? Sharing common interests is the foundation of any healthy relationship, a way we find resonance and joy. But pay close attention to how she says it. Does their voice light up? Do they list minute details like favorite songs, shared taste in books, or the same quirky inside jokes? When someone repeatedly and emphatically states, "We have so much in common," They're not just listing interests. They are describing a deep connection, a resonance that they feel is currently missing or insufficiently nurtured in their existing relationship. Aristotle, the ancient Greek philosopher, spoke of philia, friendship and affectionate love based on similarities and shared interests. He believed that the most enduring relationships are built upon a foundation of shared values and interests. However, when this commonality is overemphasized, especially with someone outside the current relationship, it can become a tool for comparison, a subtle yet powerful one. If the person starts comparing the new individual to you, particularly in ways that make the new person seem better, more compatible, or more understanding, it's a clear indication that they are evaluating their options, whether they consciously admit it or not. This is an internal assessment process, where similarities are magnified to create a more appealing picture of a potential future with someone else, while simultaneously diminishing the value of the current relationship. Compatibility is important, but subtle comparison is a double-edged sword that can sever emotional ties. To achieve success in relationships, we must continuously nurture connection, constantly explore new common ground, and, more importantly, learn to appreciate the differences that make each relationship unique. When your partner overemphasizes commonalities with someone else, view it as a valuable reminder to reflect on your own relationship. Have you neglected to explore new shared interests, or have you stopped showing enough interest in what your partner cherishes? This is a life lesson about proactivity, about continuously investing in and developing your love. Turn your relationship into a well-tended garden, where shared seeds are nurtured and allowed to flourish, so no other shared world can overshadow the value of what you already have. The longing to be understood and its absence in the relationship. She truly understands me. This phrase stands out as one of the most potent and clear red flags in unspoken communication. When someone says, she truly understands me, it strongly implies that you, the listener, do not. This isn't about logic or rationality, about processing information. It's about a deep, primal feeling of being understood without needing to over-explain, about profound empathy at an emotional and spiritual level. It's the sensation of being seen, validated, and recognized in one's entirety. Carl Jung once again appears here with the concept of projection. Sometimes, we unconsciously project our unmet needs, our suppressed desires, onto others, seeking in them what we feel is lacking or insufficiently met in our current relationship. This feeling of being understood might stem from the other person's genuine listening as they confide, or from sharing something deeply personal. Whatever the reason, the other person has made them feel seen, validated, and accepted in a way they are intensely craving. This is precisely where seemingly harmless friendships can transform into a potential danger. Because emotional connection is the fuel that drives attraction and transforms a relationship. If a person feels deeply understood by someone else, especially when they perceive that understanding to be lacking in their own relationship, the boundaries between friendship and love can become dangerously blurred, leading to unintended emotional developments. Understanding is not just a skill, it is the vital foundation of every lasting and meaningful relationship. To achieve wisdom in life, particularly in relationships, we must learn to listen not only with our ears but with our hearts and minds. Learning to decipher hidden emotions and unspoken needs of our partners. When your partner states that someone else truly understands them, it is a powerful and direct call to action from the depths of their soul. You need to pause and genuinely ask yourself, have I truly been listening? Have I genuinely tried to put myself in their shoes, to understand their pressures, fears, or deepest desires? This is a crucial life lesson about proactive empathy and the importance of maintaining deep emotional connection. Continuously nurturing your relationship so it remains the place where they always feel most understood and cherished. Justification and self-persuasion. There's nothing going on between us. If someone has to say this, it's highly likely that something is going on, when there's truly nothing to hide. There's no need for such a strong justification. The defensiveness in the phrase, "there's nothing going on between us," is often an attempt to convince themselves more than it is to convince you. It's akin to someone saying, "I'm fine," when, in reality, they are deeply struggling. Friedrich Nietzsche, the German philosopher, famously said, "That which does not kill us makes us stronger." In this context, denial can be a psychological defense mechanism to avoid confronting an uncomfortable truth or complex emotions that are surfacing. However, avoiding the truth will not make the problem disappear. On the contrary, it can complicate the issue further, creating a crack in trust and a lack of transparency in the relationship. If the other person's name keeps popping up in conversations, followed by a hasty reassurance like, "Don't worry, there's nothing going on between us," then you should be concerned. Words can conceal a lot, but eyes, body language, and actions often reveal the truth more clearly. These phrases might seem harmless on their own, but when repeated or appearing in suspicious contexts, they are small cracks where hidden emotions are leaking out. Denial is a major barrier to personal growth and the sustainability of relationships. To achieve success in life, especially in relationships, we must learn to face the truth, no matter how difficult or painful it may be. When your partner consistently denies something that you feel is off, view it as a sign of their insecurity or a significant internal struggle. Instead of confronting them aggressively, create space for honesty, encouraging your partner to open up and share what they are truly feeling. This is a crucial life lesson about trust, transparency, and the ability to confront difficult truths with composure and a constructive approach. Only by facing the truth can you truly understand and heal your relationship. The phrases we've just analyzed are not death sentences for a relationship. They are signals, powerful reminders that communication is a two-way street, and understanding is an ongoing journey. Don't panic, but also, don't ignore them. Instead, view these signs as a golden opportunity for self-reflection, to question what is truly happening in your relationship and within your partner's heart. Ralph Waldo Emerson, the American philosopher and poet, famously said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." This philosophy perfectly aligns with the spirit of Shining Mirror-LVB. Understanding these hidden meanings not only helps you identify potential red flags, but more importantly, it helps you gain a deeper insight into human nature, our emotional needs, and how we seek connection. Wisdom is not about knowing all the answers, but about knowing how to ask the right questions and listening to the hidden answers. Life lessons from these situations teach us the importance of full presence, genuine listening, and the ability to create a safe space for your partner to be their authentic self. When you listen better, you will love smarter, and you will build a life of profound meaning and true success in every aspect. Always remember, emotional distance doesn't begin in the bedroom or with grand arguments. It starts in small conversations, from seemingly harmless words like the ones we've explored that carry underlying messages. If you found these in-depth analyses valuable, please share them with others who you think need to hear them, so we can all build stronger relationships. And don't forget to subscribe to the Shining Mirror-LVB channel to continue your journey of discovering life lessons, empowering quotes from great figures, and secrets to achieving wisdom and success in all areas of life. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Have you experienced similar situations? What hidden meanings have you decoded in your own relationships? Let's share together so we can all learn and grow.